Hey, this is Wayne again. Coming back to touch on Ice AM DPS again. There hasn't really been an update since I did my video, but I wanted to correct some things in my video, add some more notes. I'm on my Ice tune on live that I've been leveling up. I'm kind of bringing him to T6. I've been messing around with the advanced mechanic a lot more than I did in the last video. Let me show you the power spec I've gone. The basic mechanic is still the same. I'll go over it briefly, just in case this is the first video you've seen on it, or I decide to. Very simple spec order is you really only need Wintry Tempest, Blizzard off to the side. Want Avalanche and Arctic Gust, cold, and you basically need this middle tree, Blizzard, Arctic Gust. If you want Resonating Gale, you can pick it up. I usually pick it up just to have weapon mastery options and to use up powers. The only things you need in, you see, this was Cryogenics tree, is to get Ice Bash, Reflect if you want another chill effect. Reflect's nice too, just extra survival, solo DPS. You need Cold Snap, and then Snowball I just pick up just because I need to be able to get down to Ice Bash. Iconic powers I pick up the spec. Robot Sidekick, which is useful depending on what powers you need to bring or what you think you'll need to bring to a raid. And of course the two DPS passives because they help you a lot. We go to loadout quick. So loadout is I put this basically in the order that I use it. Wintry Tempest, clipped with Cold Snap, clipped with Ice Bash, and then Arctic Gust. In between Arctic Gust, you can do hold attacks, you can do tap attacks, but you'll basically hit 1, 2, 3, and then 4, range tap 4, range tap 4, and then once these 3 are off cooldown, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 back into 4. Blizzard is a supercharge that you can boost with weapon mastery. You'll want to boost it with weapon mastery when possible and drop it. I use Robot Sidekick on this loadout because the stuff I'm running right now I always need Gust. If you don't need Robot Sidekick, or if you don't know what range you'll need to go to, use this loadout where you substitute Robot Sidekick for Avalanche. This is probably a more flexible loadout, especially if you don't want to use armories for range or close range. Let me go. The basic mechanic of the Ice AM is that Cold Snap activates a power back, grants chill effects. If you hit something and you get Cold Snap, you get power back on Ice Bash, Avalanche, and Arctic Gust. Arctic Gust does increased damage with the AM to frostbitten enemies, or if you have 5 chill effects. Wintry Tempest sets up the frostbite very easily. When things are frostbitten, you'll form an icy field, which is an extra dot. Arctic Gust is mid-range to close-range power, and it won't hit anything above you. Avalanche is full-range power, hits things above you. If you want flexibility and you only want one armory, I would use this loadout of Wintry Tempest, Cold Snap, Ice Bash, Arctic Gust, Avalanche, and Blizzard, because you can switch between Arctic Gust and Avalanche whenever you need to. Certain bosses you will need to full range in some content. Other than that, there's another variation if you wanted to. If you want maybe a solo and you need the shield, you could probably go with this loadout where you substitute in Reflect and use Arctic Gust. I was messing around on the solo on another tune that I had as Ice for a while. The biggest thing for the T6 solo, and I know some people have problems with it, is you want to use the CCs available to you. So you'll want to drop Wintry Tempest on the Bane Thugs, for example, and then use Arctic Gust. That combination will root the enemy, and when they're rooted, they will, if they're in brawling stance, you can just be at range from them and kill them at your will. they're a rifle, they can still do damage to you. The thing is ice can do a lot of damage if spec'd right. Specking, you want to stack might, and you'll want to stack Vit, and you stack Vit because the way the power back mechanic works is it'll scale to your Vit the power you get back. So let me show you the rotation on a single target. You'll hit Wintry Tempest, clip with Cold Snap, clips with Ice Bash, and then Arctic Gust. Might not be easy to see, but you will get power back for Ice Bash and Arctic Gust. It'll basically be you'll only use power to get Wintry Tempest and Cold Snap. Very self-sufficient power-wise. If you don't have a troll or you have poor power in your group, just use Cold Snap and you can almost self-sustain yourself on power just with sodas and things. So let me show you this rotation on a single target. So as you can see, I was doing holds in between Arctic Blast and clipping them. Different weapons, you can use pretty much any weapon you need to for ice. Most of your damage comes from Arctic Gust. The weapon is bonus. I would suggest using a weapon that you can get to a quick weapon master combo. I've got one-handed on this character because initially when I was leveling him up, I bought the Sinister Cleaver to jump him tiers quickly. But one-handed is a quick weapon master to get to. Things like hand blasters, dual wheel, two-handed, anything that is, you know, like a 2 to 3 second weapon master combo and that you can hit reliably so that you can boost Blizzard is viable to use. Let me show you the numbers. Note this guy is CR 88. He actually has no mods because I'm waiting to run T5 raids to boost him to hopefully CR 100. His stats are very low. He still does quite a bit of damage in most of the content I run him with. See, the ticks are pretty good on these dummies. I haven't even really run an ice character at full 114 expert modded to say how well it goes, but I ran one that was probably 110, 111 with synthetic mods, and it makes the solo pretty easy. As long as you do what I suggested of Wintry Tempest to root like the Bane Thugs and you abuse your CCs. As long as you've got sodas and everything to survive on, you'll be doing okay. And pretty much, if you use Arctic Gust, it's better than Weapon Mastery. If you have to use Avalanche for the AM, it's slightly worse than Weapon Mastery. Depending on which playstyle you like, will make a difference on how you mod as well. But I would say if you can, use Arctic Gust because it's very good, it's very easy, and if you like it, use it. If you don't, use Weapon Mastery, and hopefully that'll be enough for this update on Ice.